This MLB Tuesday playoff picks edition of the MLB Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog. Underdog is hooking up new customers. Play just $5 and get $100 in bonus funds when you sign up with the code SGPN. Welcome, everybody, to the MLB Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. My name is Malcolm Bamford, coming to you from Newcastle upon Tyne in the northeast of England. Today is Monday, October the 6th. We are here to handicap game number 3 of the ALDS series, which will take place on Tuesday. Joining me from somewhere in New York is Mr. Dylan Rockford. D-Rock, how are you?
I'm doing good, Mal. Doing good. Monday, football. We have football. We got baseball coming on in about an hour, so we're locked and loaded, but I'm doing good. How was your weekend?
My weekend was fine. The highlight being going to St. James's Park yesterday, Dylan, where I watched Newcastle United defeat your Nottingham Forest by 2-0. So, yeah, have you anything to add on that, D-Rock? I messaged
you
about the Mets, so we can talk about that. Or if you want to talk about the New York Jets, we can do that too.
Oh, no,
it's up to you.
The Jets, I'm done. I've lost hope with the Jets. I messaged our group chat when they lost 2-0, and I usually don't say let's can the guy this early, but it's an absolute disgrace. What's been going on so far? Like, he's messed up all the progress the club has made in a matter of months, in couple weeks. So we're just not even competitive anymore. It's an absolute disgrace, and
it didn't actually get that bad yesterday. It was tight for a little while, and we got on top in the second half. Just Ange makes me laugh. My lasting impression of him, he just always looks entirely bewildered by everything. He's always standing like with his head in his hands. He's like, I don't understand what's going on. It's a really odd dynamic that he gives off. So yeah, there was anything on the Jets, or do you want to leave that too?
No, nothing. I've said all I could say about the Jets.
I listened to Sean and Ryan's recap show this morning, and obviously they went out the Circa Survivor with the Cardinals, which is
I had the Cardinals too.
Holy shit. That was absolutely incredible. For DeMarcado to do that 1 week after the other guy, the Colts.
From the Colts, yeah.
Yeah. It's fucking hell, man. Absolutely unbelievable. Yes, Dylan's never-ending misery is a highlight of this show. As Bear Commander is pointing out in the chat. Welcome along, Bear. Bear's giving us a pass for handicapping the games early. We appreciate that. Elias is here in the chat. Joey D, welcome along. And Eli was first in. Yeah, we'll have a little recap of the weekend briefly, D-Rock. If you remember to download the SGPN app in your app store for easy access to all of SGPN's picks and podcasts. Obviously, we're going to look at these Mariners, Tigers, and Blue Jays, Yankees tomorrow, but we're around about an hour away from the first pitch in Dodgers, Phillies, and then we've got Cubs at Brewers. From my point of view, I was happy to see the Dodgers win, not purely from a betting perspective. If you remember, I spent all winter loading up on a 5-1 price boost for the Dodgers, and I actually went to bed and they looked toast. Like, Sanchez was in control, the Phillies were in control, the bank was rocking. Then all of a sudden, just goes to show this Dodgers lineup, you have to throw like 9 clean innings. You can't make a mistake because they're absolute monsters. And even the home run Teoscar Hernandez hit looked like a pop fly. I was watching the highlights in the morning, and I was like, why are they showing me this highlight? And then it just never came down. It was so I thought that was such an important win because Dodgers must, with the home stand coming up, even if they go in level, must really be favourites. So that was a huge win. Cubs Brewers got out of hand pretty quickly. Brewers lead that one 1-0. So did you have any highlights or takeaways from the weekend?
Yeah, I thought it was a good win from the Dodgers, being honest. they had one good inning, and it's the same story every year for the Phillies. I think the bye hurt them, and I think the top of the lineup just went MIA. And Teoscar Hernandez, it looked like in the beginning he didn't really want to field that ball, but then he made up for it with a 3-run home run. And I don't
That
know.
bit of fielding, that was fucking peculiar piece
It
of
was
fielding.
so strange, but then everyone forgets about it because he had a 3-run
Yeah.
bomb. So it really didn't even matter. I guess my question why do they continue to put Robertson out there? They have the whole bullpen, and you put out Robertson out there continuously. Just wasn't a good move, I thought. I don't like the Phillies here. Don't like them today either. Blue Jays, they were amazing. Kevin Gausman was phenomenal. The offense has disappeared. We talked about it yesterday with Scott. I mean, what Trey Savage was able to display yesterday. Fourth start, 22 years old as a kid, and he had like 10 Ks through 4 innings. First playoff game.
He's thrown 14 innings all season.
It's insane.
Started in low A.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, man.
And to be honest, Matt Boyd, it was their best pitcher, but he doesn't do good on short rest. They put him out on short rest, and he couldn't even get out of the first inning. I felt like I knew that one was coming, and it looks like some of the buys hurt some teams, and it looked like it didn't. Mariners and
this
Phillies.
Conversation every year, don't we?
Yeah.
And no one knows the answer. If a team does well, they ignore it. If a team fails, they contribute the buy to it. And I don't think we'll ever get to the bottom of it. It's a kind of a never-ending question.
Dodgers are just so deep. They'll just they had Glass now coming out of the pen, Sasaki to close it. Like, they are just so fucking deep. And when you have the top of the lineup like Schwarber, Bryce Harper, Trey Turner not delivering, you're gonna end up losing the game. And talking to Philly fans, this might be their last run at it with this current roster too. So they got some ground to make up here, but the Dodgers are just so deep. And then that lineup 1 through 9. And I mentioned it to Scott yesterday. Kike Hernandez.
I was going to mention him.
He just comes alive in October. That guy, I think Robertson or one of the guys out of the bullpen threw a changeup. So it was a good changeup, good location, and Kike just got it. Like, he's so fucking good.
I think he's an extra 200 points of OPS in the postseason, in the regular season, Kike. You'll see him standing up there in the middle of like July, and he's batting 208 or something. Thinking, why is he still in the lineup? And then you turn a playoff game on, and he's just hitting everything. He is a different animal completely. I think we did all right, Dylan, on our picks last week in the playoffs, didn't we? We hit the Dogs a couple of nights, Cleveland, and who was the other dog we hit? Boston, maybe one night.
Yeah.
Bo Naylor, I got as a home run hit. Although it wasn't off the pitcher, he was meant to hit it up, but he hit one out anyway. Knew Bo Naylor was hot. So we did okay. A few people have been in touch and been tailing a few of the picks. So we'll get into these 2 games scheduled for Tuesday. We are brought to you by mybookie.ag, your place to bet on football and everything else. The prop builder is second to none. Their motto is bet on anything, anywhere, anytime. Easy deposit and lightning fast payouts using crypto. Head to mybookie.ag, promo code SGPN for a 100% bet back bonus. Up to $500 for new customers. mybookie.ag, SGPN. And we're brought to you by Novig, America's #1 sports prediction market. Novig is getting you the best prices. There's reduced juice on bets. For example, the Eagles last night, -7.5, -103 was available. Novig is available in 35 states. Download the Novig app and get $50 when you spend $5 if you use the promo code SGPN. Get on the action with Novig, promo code SGPN. Okay, we go off on Tuesday night at a little matinee game here for me, a little twilight game. It's a 4:08 Eastern first pitch between the Seattle Mariners and the Detroit Tigers. Logan Gilbert draws the start for Seattle. For Detroit, it will be Jack Flaherty. Series is tied at 1-1. Mariners minus 131. Tigers plus 110. Total here is at 7.5. Gilbert not pitched since September the 27th. This is another conversation that we have every year, whether or not it benefits or otherwise. And again, the answer normally comes with the result. No one knows previously what's going to happen, so it's pointless speculating on it. He did finish the season very, very strongly. 3.44 ERA in a 1.03 whip on the year. He was a home road split candidate, though. His 12 road starts were a 4.74 ERA. So if you want to make the case against Gilbert, that's certainly a part of it. He did pitch very well against any AL Central opponent that he came across, I noticed. 6 games against that division, 2.84 ERA. And he had 2 good starts against the Tigers, went 10 1/3, give up 3 earned runs in those 2 starts. Flaherty's going all right. Not much length. Actually, his last 3 starts have all been against Cleveland. We know Detroit saw them repeatedly towards the end of the season and then in the playoffs as well. So a bit of an unusual situation there for him. But his last 2 starts have gone 4 2/3, then 4 1/3. So like I say, a relatively short leash. Did finish the season with a 4.18 home ERA. But for me, it's the Tigers' offense is still not doing it, Dylan. They've won 3 playoff games now. 2 of those, they scored a total of 5 runs to do it. And I'm not sure how sustainable that is. That's not enough. The margin is too fine for me to want to bet them here. And I don't really want Jack Flaherty. The Seattle bullpen has been good too. Spire, Munoz have been great. Seattle at a price of minus 130 this season or shorter have won 63.6% of the time. So I like Seattle. I'm going to take Seattle at minus 130. The one player prop I want for this game, Dylan, goes back to the Jack Flaherty outs. Like I say, short leash, a lot at stake here. Has gone 14 13 in his last 2 starts. Under 14.5 outs for Flaherty is minus 120. Scott and Adam laid out the case pre-playoffs for taking the unders on things like pitcher out props when there's so much at stake and they are on a short leash. So I'll take Flaherty to get the hook relatively early. Seattle to win for me, Dylan, and Flaherty under 14.5 outs.
Yeah, this one was tricky for me to come down on a side, but I do like a total. I'm going to go with the under 7.5 here at minus 120. My total came out to 7.3. I just don't expect this series to be a high-scoring series at all. Just look at the first 2 games of this series. Both ended 3-2. And even with the extra innings we got on Saturday night, it still didn't go over the total. So I expect both of these pitchers to, deliver a solid outing. Flaherty was solid in round 1. You mentioned the short lease, which I agree. And only 1 run given up. And Logan Gilbert, he hasn't given up more than 2 runs in 5 straight games as well. He's backed up by the best remaining bullpen in the playoffs so far. And both offenses haven't really impressed me. It's going to be a cold, rainy night in Detroit tomorrow. So I think we'll see another 3-2, 3-1 type of game. So I'm going to take the under. And as for a side, I actually probably would take the plus money with the Tigers at home. My numbers made them a minus 120 favorite. So I probably would take the plus money. But yeah, that's how I would play this game. I don't really have maybe Josh Naylor home run. I like Josh Naylor to get a home run here. Think he could get a home run. He had one about a week ago. So I think he could get one here. I like Bo Naylor.
Okay. We move on to the second game. I'll tell you about Underdog. Great place to play fantasy pick'em. You can run up to 500 times your entry. Just pick higher or lower on your favorite players. Brand new offer for customers. Play $5, get $100 in bonus funds using the code MLB SGPN. And Rhythm crushing it in college football and NFL. Rhythm is also giving away weekly cash prizes just for tracking your bets in the app. You can win up to $1,000. Use the promo code SGPN25 when you download the Rhythm app for 25% off your first month. Download Rhythm and use promo code SGPN25. At the match yesterday, Dylan, queuing up to get in the Newcastle match, I had my Nighthawks shirt on. I had this Nighthawks shirt on. Yes, I haven't changed since yesterday. And I saw in the queue a Newcastle Nighthawks cap. I have never seen one in the wild before. The only time I've ever seen one is at baseball when we've been playing baseball. So I've never, and I don't know who was wearing it.
Did you
but I
go up to them?
I did, yeah. I think he thought I was a fucking lunatic because I had a hoodie on over the top of this. So I was like, is that a Nighthawks cap? Obviously, knowing it was, he said yes. And then I proceeded to sort of take my top up, me thinking I exposed me tits to him. And then I showed him my thing. And he just looks at me as if to say, yeah, all right, mate, you're nuts. But it was the first time I'd ever seen a Nighthawks top in the wild. And I just remembered that when I clocked myself on the screen there, and so I had it on. 8:08 Eastern is the Toronto Blue Jays at the New York Yankees. Shane Bieber goes for the Blue Jays, left-handed pitcher. Carlos Rodon for the Yankees, -151 for the Yankees, +125 the Blue Jays. Total is 7.5. Now, rightly or wrongly, Dylan, my overriding instincts when I saw these two scores, when I got out of bed on Saturday and Sunday, whatever it was, I just thought it was funny. I didn't really care one way or the other. I just thought the Yankees getting shellacked twice. It just made me laugh. I don't know why. I think it's the same thing I would do with Manchester United or Liverpool in the football. It's just that big machine kind of thing. So I did enjoy them getting duffed up both times. Does that cheer you up?
Oh, 100%. My whole household is Yankee fans except me, and they all laughed at my face, and now I get to laugh in all theirs. So I hope they go down in flames, honestly. So good. I hope they don't score another fucking run.
And what have you got for this game, Dylan?
By the way, please just don't take your shirt off. We have a request in the chat.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Just kidding.
Middle-aged man. I've got a body like a dropped lasagna, Dylan.
You were out there doing the yard work yesterday, picking some flowers, and so
yeah,
you'll be fine. I think the Blue Jays close it out tomorrow. Honestly, I only made the Yankees a -120 favorite. No way. I don't think they should be a -145 favorite with the way they've been playing. The offense for New York has completely disappeared. It's gone MIA. And the Blue Jays took their foot off the gas. They were up 9-0, which is why the Yankees, I think, were able to score 7 runs. And in this matchup, I like Shane Bieber. You know, before his injury, he had a really good 2022 postseason with the Guardians. And outside of that one start early in September versus the Reds, I think his stat line's been great, honestly. So the offense is clicking on all cylinders where it just feels like everyone is getting a hit. No matter where Max Fried was throwing the ball, it doesn't matter. Everyone is getting a hit. It's contagious right now for Toronto. And the Yankees are throwing Carlos Rodon. And I thought he was fine versus Boston, but he's definitely hittable. And right now, Toronto is just hitting everything. They're destroying lefties through 2 games in the postseason, hitting .429. But even in the regular season, the Blue Jays were great against lefties, hitting .264. I think it's over for the Yankees, and +128. I'm going to take the Blue Jays here on the road to close it out, sweep them. I also like the over 7.5 as well. My total came out to 7.9. And as for a player prop, I'll take Vladdy over 1.5 HRR. You can get that at -118. He had 9 yesterday and 6 in game 1. So he's just seeing the ball right now. Against Carlos Rodon, he sees lefties pretty well. So, yeah, 1.5 HRR for Vladdy.
Just having a little bit of hockey chat there. Bear Commander's asking me if we have hockey over in this country. Yeah, it's not as good, but we do have. We've got the team. There's a team in Whitley Bay, which is quite near me. And the goalkeeper, Newcastle did have a team. And the goalkeeper used to come in the casino. He was called Trevor Koenig, Canadian goalkeeper. I used to come in the casino and I'd play poker. I'd deal poker to him. And he would leave me tickets and stuff like that. So we'd go down and watch Newcastle play ice hockey on a Sunday night and get in the players' lounge and have free beers and stuff. So, yeah, we do have it. It's popular enough. This one, I mean, the Blue Jays have shellacked them, haven't they? 23-8 over the first couple of games here. Will Warren coming in either. This Yankees team got where they got because they've got a couple of good players. It's not complicated. They have some good players, but the suspicion remained the whole time that the fundamentals just wasn't quite there. And we knew this, something Scott and Lonte have pointed out a lot, being Yankees fans. And it's just kind of come to the fore again here. Bieber finished the season very well. His last start was the 26th of September. Has only started 7 games all season. So he's fresh, I think, is the word you could use for him. In only one of those, he gave up over 3 runs. And 5 times he gave up 2 or under. His career numbers against the Yankees aren't brilliant. 2-1 with a 4.11 ERA in Yankee Stadium. 3 playoff appearances he's had. He had 1 bad one in 2020 and then 2 very good ones, all for Cleveland in 2022. Carlos Rodon has had a brilliant season, 3.09 ERA, 105 whip. Playoff start against Boston was okay. He gave up a couple in the 3rd and then 1 in the 6th in that game that they lost 4-3. His record against the Blue Jays isn't great, 2-3 with a 4.72 ERA. He did see them twice this season, 11 hits, 4 earned runs. And I did notice he walked 8 batters across those 2 games, which is a little bit peculiar because that's not something Rodon's known for. Aaron Judge going along okay. I mean, he's 8 for 18 in the playoffs, but he's only got 1 extra base hit.
Yeah, but in the DS, he's not been doing good, Mal.
Yeah, but that's not going to kill you. Allowing Aaron Judge's single is fine. Like, it's Aaron Judge can do damage, but if you just let him knock a single off, you can handle that because the rest of them you can deal with. Like, it's like that clutch gene. Like Vladdy is absolutely displaying this clutch gene at the moment. Do you know what I mean? And Judge and the others aren't. If I was forced to pick a side, I don't think there's enough in the New York Yankees home advantage to make them this clear favourites. I think the prices are too far apart. So forced to pick a side, I would definitely pick the same side as you, Dylan. I would pick Toronto. But I just think we've just seen 2 high-scoring games. Doesn't this total look low again? Both teams finished the season scoring tons of runs. We've seen 31 in the first 2 games. I've just said that both pitchers, Bieber against the Yankees, Rodon against the Blue Jays, haven't been great. Certain players look just locked in. You mentioned Vladdy, but Alejandro Kirk is extra base hit every night. Dalton Varsho, he go 4 for 4, I think.
Yeah.
The other night, the New York Yankees bullpen slightly taxed. Everywhere you go, we can just add on a run here, half a run there. We can get over 7.5 here. So that's going to be my main play for this game. I'll take the over 7.5 runs. And for a player prop, I'm going to go back to that Carlos Rodon walk prop. He had 3 in his last game, but only 1 in the 4 previous games. But there's just something about him walking 8 Blue Jays. There might be some Blue Jays that he doesn't really want to throw to. So I'm going to take over 1.5 Rodon walks at -120. And I think, D-Rock, a cheeky little 25 minutes. I think that's us done and dusted. Anything to add or any props, picks, specials, anything like that?
No, for the live listeners tonight, I do like the Brewers. I think it's a very short number. I just don't trust the Cubs here on the road. They're a wagon at home, Milwaukee. And I took the Dodgers on the run line for a nice little pizza bet at some plus money as well. I think the Dodgers should win as well. So cannot trust Jesus Luzardo here as well. So yeah, for live listeners, I like those 2 for tonight, but should be good. And if I had the amount of money you had, I would send you some money so you could bet over the week.
Well, I didn't tell the listeners the story behind that, but yeah, I managed to lock myself out of all my accounts because I'm an idiot. So that's the only reason I've been gardening, flower arranging, vacuuming. I've done more in the last 48 hours than I've done in the last 48 years because I've locked myself out of my accounts. The wife thinks I'm a new man. Little does she know that there's a reason for it. Right, thanks, D-Rock. I appreciate it. I know you're not feeling the best, so thank you for powering through. I am looking forward to the first 3 or 4 innings of this Phillies game tonight before I go to bed and hopefully wake up to a winner. good luck with all your picks, everybody. I think myself and Lonte are going to come back tomorrow night. And yeah, we've got the Division Series Game 4. Oh, no, we do the Game 3. So we do something. Me and Lonte are back anyway. It's all in hand. Keep an eye on the schedule. Like, rate, subscribe, and all of that shenanigans. Good luck with your bets.